Alright everyone, it's 2 weeks since my last video and I want to give you an update. I transplanted these the other day, I think three or 4 days ago. I had hardened them off after my last video and I put them out here. So today I'm going to give you a tour of my raised beds and give you my tragic update. So it is not a good update for me. There is good news in the sense that I had backups of every single one of my tomato plants and cucumber plants and about half my pepper plants. So it's definitely that kind of update. I lost every single one of my plants after they were transplanted, and I'll give you a little tour of my raised beds here, and then we'll talk about the problem as I go along. So this is my raised beds. This is what I did. I've spent several months building these. Had to do it pretty slow. I've been having a lot of problems with my back lately, so I've been having to do it pretty slow. But I finally got them finished about a month ago, I think, and this is what they look like. I built them on a slope. It's really not that hard to do. Definitely encouraged everyone to have raised beds, just as they just look nice. So but anyway, so go ahead and get on with this update. Every single one of these plants that I go along will have been replaced. So these are not none of these plants are the ones that were in the 2 liters. In the 2-liter containers I showed you, I lost every single one of those plants except for the 4 over there, and I will talk about those when I get there. So this is Rapunzel. It was completely devastated, or demolished I should say, by I believe it was a bacterial infection. So I replaced it, and this is how it's coming along. It's already adapted to the change. Got to go along with my my little notes here. This is Carmen. I lost my original plant as well. This is a backup. As you can see, it's adapted. That is my poblano. I lost the original as well. That is a replacement, but it's coming along nicely. My medium jalapeno was here. I did not have a backup of it. So I went and got this today. This is one of the ones that I got today. It's a mammoth jalapeno. So unfortunately I will not be growing the mediums that I intended to, but it will be a jalapeno nevertheless, and a mammoth sized one. So, let's see. That is a bell pepper. That was one of my experiments. We'll see how this turns out this year. These seeds came from a store-bought bell pepper from Walmart. The kind that's in the sealed plastic bags that has, 3 to a bag, the red, orange, and yellow. So we're gonna see how that turns out this year. It's an experiment for me, because everyone says how store-bought seeds from produce do not germinate, or don't germinate well, or don't produce well. So I'm doing a little experiment. Not that I'm arguing with other people, because I'm sure they did have those problems, but I'm just gonna try it for myself this year. This is almost paste. That is a replacement. As you can see, it's coming along nicely. This is my San Marzano. That is a replacement. It's coming along nicely though. This one, while I was out today, I went ahead and picked this one up. This is a Dragon Cayenne. If you remember from my video series last year, I was trying to grow a cayenne. I ordered seeds off eBay, and that plant never grew for me. I believe that I got bad seeds. At first I thought it had an infection of some kind. Then I thought it had a calcium deficiency, and let's see, fertilizer burn. Let's see what else. There was a bunch of stuff that I treated it for, and I just could never get it to grow, and I ended up having to get rid of that plant last year. It produced 2 tiny sized cayenne peppers. I didn't taste them, but they definitely were not right. They were all shriveled up and just looked bad. So anyway, I'm gonna give it a go this year on a new kind. This is a spur of the moment purchase. This is one of my tragic updates. I do not have a replacement for this. This is my, oh darn it, where'd it go? That is my golden habanero. So I do have more seeds, but unfortunately it's a little late to germinate. I just won't get it out in time, and I'll lose probably 6 to 8 weeks of the growing season. And I'm just not thrilled about it. As you can see on the plant, oh, I see my page before it blows off. As you can see on the plant, I can get it to zoom. This is dirt right here, but you can see, like right there, it's like a bacterial infection or something just came along, devastated my plants. This is my white habanero. Same thing. They are slowly but surely dying. No matter what I do, they are slowly but surely dying, going from a dark green to a light green, developing spots, and then just completely dying off. This is my 7-pot orange yellow. This guy, he always was kind of light green. That was just the way it was growing, but it has definitely lightened significantly more, and as you can see, there's spotting going on, and I'm gonna end up losing that as well. I do not have any more seeds for that, so that'll be a complete loss this year on that plant. As you know, hot peppers are really super hots anyway, are really hard to get at in stores, whether it's Lowe's or Walmart or Home Depot. So I'm pretty sad about that. You can get habaneros all day long. Not necessarily, you know, the whites or the goldens, but you can get, you know, habanero all day long, just not these super hots. This right here is my Butch tea. As you can see, it's the same thing. In fact, I could probably show you the leaf spot on this. So I'm in a complete loss. This will probably be wiped out in a day or two. That's how progressive it is. I've sprayed these with hydrogen peroxide. I'm hoping it recovers. You'll know my next update in 2 weeks. So let's see, this is my Boxcar Willie. I lost the plant for this as well, so this is a replacement. Oh, let's see. That is my yellow banana. That is a replacement. I lost the original. That is my Anaheim. I'm gonna lose that as well. It's that progressive. I don't know what to do. So I've tried spraying hydrogen peroxide on it, and I'm gonna just hope for the best. That's an Anaheim as well. This was a yellow monster. That completely died off, completely died. Had no choice but to pull it out. There was no hope for it. So I ended up replacing it with the Big Bell Bertha. See if I can get that to zoom in for you. I lost my other yellow monster. So I lost all my yellow monsters, no replacement. That is a habanero. So I decided I was going to just go ahead and grow another habanero. Might as well plant one now, right? This is my Ananas Noir. That's a replacement. This is my Regal Hybrid. That's a replacement. My National Pickling Cucumber. That is a replacement. This is my Ahi Panka. That was in a bucket. I put it in the ground. So we'll see how that goes this year. This is my Straight 8 Cucumber. And that is my Ashley Long Green. So that is my update. I wasn't gonna do an update for another 2 weeks, but I wanted to show you my bad news before I replaced what is completely lost. What I think caused this is the compost tea. You know, it's allergy season, so everybody's, you know, suffering from allergies. I am no exception. And so I think my smell has kind of died off a little bit. And after some research, you know, I already knew that compost tea is best used when it's, and this just looks horrible right now because it's not stirred. This is fresh stuff. But compost tea is best used after it's been steeped for 3 days. That's when it has sucked all the stuff out of it, and it's best to be used. But it really starts dying off and going bad after about a week. The compost tea that I had before this, I had for about 3 weeks before I finally got rid of it. And I got rid of it because this is what happened after the last watering. About the 2 or 3 waterings, let me correct myself here. The plants, which are all the ones that are basically in the plant beds that I lost, were in the 2 liters that I had shown you in my previous video, and those were always getting watered with compost tea. And so I think I gave my plants a bacterial or fungal infection, and it wiped it out in no time. Just completely decimated my plants in no time. And it was within a day. So it was that progressive. And these right here, as you can see, these were the plants that I had in the long container. And about two feedings before, I stopped using compost tea on these, and I was just using water. These were the plants that were going out to my friends and my family. They aren't now. So, these actually are. Let me take that back. These are my leftover tomatoes and a few of the cucumbers that are going to go out to the friends and family. But unfortunately, I had to use all the cucumbers that I was giving to my friends and family. I had to reuse them. So, as you can see, those are fine. But the compost tea that I was using killed all my other plants. And I just think that's because it goes bad. Compost tea apparently will go bad. I thought what I had originally read, what I thought was that it just doesn't have the amount of nitrogen that you need anymore, or any of that stuff, that it slowly, you know, dies off, gets depleted, you know, evaporates out, or whatever it may be. Well, apparently with compost and manure, you know, it sits, it starts to stink, and it becomes basically a living organism all of its own, and it depletes that fast, you know, a lot faster. And you know, the longer, those cats are going nuts over there. Those aren't mine. There's some strays that live in the neighborhood. But forgot what I was saying. But yeah, that bacterial and that fungal, and you know, just being exposed to the air, it just basically just rots or goes bad, or whatever you want to call it. That's what I think happened. I could be wrong. Correct me in the comments below. I don't know. But that's my best guess as to what has happened. So unfortunately, this has been a very tragic update for me. But luckily I did have, you know, backups, and it is still pretty early. It's not even April yet. I put all my plants in the beds pretty quick, a lot sooner than I thought I would, because the temperatures are in the upper 70s and lower 80s, and you know, it's staying in the higher 50s and lower 60s at night where I'm at. So it's a great time, you know, if there's a risk of frost, then I'll cover them. But you know, hey, I'm getting basically 5 weeks jump compared to what I did last week, or last year. So anyway, that is my update. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. I'd be curious as to what other people say may have come along and devastated these. I do know that if it's certain bacterial infections, that the whole beds will be compromised for years. I was reading about that as well. So I don't know if that's the case. I guess we'll find out if I lose all these plants too. So hopefully that doesn't happen, because if that happens, I'm done for the year. I won't be growing any plants this year. So everything looks just right dressed. It's nice and uniform and staggered, all except for my little standout rogue cayenne pepper here. Yeah, anyway, that's what I got going on. I put my stakes up. I'm eventually gonna have I have some fencing that I'm gonna put around here, and I put the stakes up here for now so I don't walk into the beds. I don't see very well, and nobody sees well at night, but I don't see well, so it's even worse at night, obviously. And I tend to walk into everything, so I put up the stakes. Might as well use them if I have them, right? So anyway, these are my raised beds. I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. Happy with how they look. These two in the center are staggered. That's built higher. This is built lower. I put there's 15-inch, or not 15-inch. They're 2x8s for the center one that's around there. These are all 2x6s. So I just wanted that to be higher. I wanted it staggered. It looks really nice from the street. These two beds right here have used wood in it, old used wood. So I was trying to keep the cost down. They don't look the greatest, but it works. You know, if I paint it or stain it or whatever, it'll look great. That one over there is all new wood, and this is all new wood. They're all 2x6s. So I didn't measure how tall this is on the end. It's pretty tall. It's probably somewhere, somewhere around 21 inches or something. It's pretty tall. Let's see however many boards that is. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 6s, so 24, and that's halved, so it's 27 inches tall right on the end. That's a little less over there. So anyway, that is my update. That is what is going on. Definitely tragic news for me. Anyway, feel free to leave questions or comments, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. I was going to do my updates every, once every month, but I'm going to do one in 2 weeks just to show you how they're coming back along, and see if the the little viruses or fungus infection or bacterial or whatever it may have been, and we'll see if it comes back. And hopefully I'll still be able to make videos, and I'll be seeing you guys for the rest of the season. So anyway, I just got to figure out in the meantime where I'm going to get some Anaheims if these don't come along. Anaheims are one of my favorite peppers. I love them roasted. So I'm going to have to find some place to get a couple Anaheims. So anyway, that is what is going on. Thank you for following me, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.